Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 6 event number 4. So coming into this event, we have a three-way tie for the points lead, which is between Mechanical Mischief, Excalibur, and the Snowdrifters Megalodon. All three of those trucks come into this event with 12 points each, and that is the three-way tie for the points lead. Then we actually have a three-way tie for 4th, 5th, and 6th, all with 11 points, only 1 point off of the lead, which is between Gravedigger Track Ace, the Holiday Stunt Truck, and Batman. Now, one really interesting thing about that is if Holiday Stunt Truck and Batman both win their races in round number 1, they will be facing off against each other in round 2. So that would definitely be a race to look forward to. But yeah, those three trucks right now all have 11 points. And again, they are tied for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Then we actually have a tie for 7th and 8th as well, which is between the 2011 Monster Mutt and Scooby-Doo. Both of those two trucks have 10 points, and they are only 2 points off of the lead. Then in 9th place, we have, if I can find it, Dragon, who has 9 points and is only 3 points off of the lead. And then we have a tie for 10th and 11th between Dancer and the Orange El Toro Loco. Both of those trucks have 8 points, and they are 4 points off of the lead. So that is the top 11 in the point standings coming into this event. And again, all 11 of those trucks are only separated by 4 points. So the point standings is very, very tight coming into this event, and it is definitely anyone's championship to win at this moment in time, because as you guys know, there's going to be 10 events this season. This is only event number 4, so there's still a lot of time left to go. Even if you don't have that many points so far, you still have a lot of events to make it up. But anyways, guys, these are all the races in round number 1 that you guys have been looking at, and if you lose in round number 1, you will receive 1 point for this event. And as always, there is a list both down in the description below as well as the comment section below of the field of trucks. Just in case you guys don't know what truck you are in, you can go down there and check before we begin today's event, because as you guys know, you are in the same truck for every single event. So without further ado, we are going to kick things off here today with Prancer taking on Megalodon. So event number 4 is underway. And the first win is going to go to Megalodon with a comeback win. Next up, we have Prowler, who is one of only 7 trucks that are yet to get a win in round number 1 yet this season, and historically has been a very fast truck on my channel. He's looking to get things turned around here today, and he's going to be taking on the 2017 Monster Mutt. And he is finally going to be able to make it out of the first round. He rolled over and was able to block Monster Mutt for the win. Next up, we have one of the trucks that is in that three-way tie for the points lead, Excalibur, and he is going to be taking on the Snowdrifters Dragon. And Excalibur is going to take the win over Dragon. Next up, we have Blue Thunder taking on the Black Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And what a race that is right there. The closest race so far, and it looks like just barely it is going to go to Blue Thunder. Next up, we have Captain's Curse taking on the Orange El Toro Loco. And Captain's Curse with a very fast run is going to take the win. Next up, we have Michigan Ice Monster taking on the Snowdrifters Earthshaker. And just barely, Michigan Ice Monster is going to take the win over Earthshaker. Next up, we have Red El Toro Loco taking on the 2014 Monster Mutt. And Monster Mutt rolls over. That is going to give the win to the Red El Toro Loco. Next up, we have Dancer taking on Pirate's Curse. And Dancer is just barely going to take the win. Next up, we have a very interesting race between Tasmanian Devil, who just like Prowler, is one of the 7 trucks that has yet to get a win in round 1, but historically has been a very fast truck. He's looking to turn it around here, but he does not have an easy competition for sure. He is taking on Dragon, who is currently 9th place in the point standings, and was also the runner-up in event number 2. So let's see who is going to take the win here. It is going to be Tasmanian Devil. I almost thought Dragon was going to make the comeback to take the win, but just barely Taz is going to move on just like Prowler did. Next up, we have the Old Tool Gravedigger taking on one of your 3 points leaders right now, Mechanical Mischief. And Gravedigger rolls over. That is going to give Mechanical Mischief the easy win. Next up, we have Crazy Train taking on Mohawk Warrior. And Mohawk Warrior rolls over, Krazy Train does a wheelie, and Krazy Train is going to take the win. Next up, we have one of the 3 trucks that is currently tied for 4th, which is Gravedigger Track Ace, and he is taking on the White Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And Gravedigger Track Ace is going to be able to block Hot Wheels for the win. I think if Hot Wheels had been just a little bit more that way, I think he was just barely going to be able to sneak by to win, but Gravedigger is able to block him and he will move on. Next up, we have Jester taking on Holiday Hauler. And Holiday Hauler, with possibly the fastest run so far, is going to take the win over Jester. Next up, we have Max D taking on the New Tool Gravedigger. And Max D is going to take the win. Next up, we have Holiday Stunt Truck, who is your Event 2 winner, and is also one of those 3 trucks that is tied for 4th, and he is taking on Soldier Fortune. And, oh, I thought Soldier Fortune had a pretty good chance there, but Holiday Stunt Truck is going to hang on to take the win. Next up, we have TMNT taking on Batman, and just like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, Batman is also tied for 4th, and if he takes the win here, he is going to be taking on Holiday Stunt Truck in the next round, which would be a very, very big race, but first, he has to get by the turtle. Let's see if he can do it. And he will not! TMNT blocks Batman, and Batman is not going to win back-to-back. That is a huge upset there by the turtle. Next up, we have Higher Education taking on Vixen. And Higher Education does a wheelie. That's going to cost him. Vixen will take the win. Next up, we have Stone Crusher, who made it to the semifinals in event number 3, and he is taking on Avenger. And Stone Crusher is going to hang on to just barely take the win. So, Excalibur and Mechanical Mischief have both moved on to round number 2. Now it is time for the 3rd and final truck that is in that 3-way tie for the points lead. It's the Snowdrifters Megalodon, and he's taking on Iron Man. So let's see if he can join them. And he is just barely going to be able to take the win by blocking Iron Man. I think if he didn't block him, Iron Man might have won that, but just barely. Megalodon will move on. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking on Santa's Monster Sleigh. And Santa is going to take the win over Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have Jurassic Attack taking on your Event 3 runner-up, Scooby-Doo. And Jurassic Attack is going to be able to get in front of Scooby-Doo to take the win. That is a huge upset right there. Next up, we have Son-Uva Digger taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And Son-Uva Digger rolls over, and that is going to give the win to Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Next up, we have the 2011 Monster Mutt, who coming into this event is 7th place in the point standings, only 2 points off of the lead, and he is also your Event 1 winner, and he is going to be taking on Crustacean. And what a race that is right there. One of the best races of round number 1, but Crustacean is going to get the huge upset win. Next up, we have the final race of round number 1, which is going to be between Zombie and the Snowdrifters Max D. And Zombie is going to take the win. Alrighty, guys, so here's a look at all of the trucks that lost in round number 1, which means that they will all receive 1 point for this event. Now, one thing to point out is there is now only 4 trucks that have lost in round number 1 in every single event so far, which are Pirate's Curse, Higher Education, Iron Man, and Son-Uva Digger. So very unfortunate for them. All 4 events so far they have lost in round number 1. Hopefully they can turn it around next event though in event number 5. But now it's time to move on to round 2. So here's a look at all of the races for round number 2. As you guys can see, there are still 24 trucks remaining. And if you lose in this round, you will receive 2 points for this event. So without further ado, we are going to kick things off with Megalodon taking on Prowler. So round number 2 is underway. And the first win is going to go to Prowler. Next up, we have one of the 3 points leaders, Excalibur. He is taking on Blue Thunder. And, oh man, Blue Thunder was going pretty fast there. He might have had a chance to pass him, but just barely. He ran into the back of Excalibur, and that is going to cost him. Excalibur will move on. Next up, we have a battle of 2 trucks, both coming into this event with 7 points. They are actually in a 5-way tie with 3 other trucks for 12th place in the point standings, so this should be a very interesting race. We have Captain's Curse taking on Michigan Ice Monster. And just like I suspected, it was a very good race, but Captain's Curse is going to hang on to take the win. Next up, we have Toro Loco taking on Dancer. And Dancer is going to take the win with a block on Toro Loco. Next up, we have another interesting race here between Tasmanian Devil and Mechanical Mischief. And Tasmanian Devil is gonna do it. Now, did Mechanical Mischief hit the shelf? Even if he did, I don't really think it matters. He did just barely hit it, as you guys can see right there, but I don't really think it was going to affect anything. If you guys go back and watch that race again, I mean, Tasmanian Devil already had the race won, so I am going to count it, and one of your 3 points leaders has been eliminated here in round number 2. Next up, we have Krazy Train taking on Gravedigger Track Ace. And Krazy Train is going to block Gravedigger Track Ace for the win. He, again, coming into this event, he was tied for 4th place, only 1 point behind first, and he is going to be eliminated in round 2. Next up, we have Holiday Hauler taking on Max D. And Holiday Hauler rolls over and ends up blocking Max D for the win. That was insane. I've never really seen anything like that before, but Holiday Hauler is going to move on. Next up, we have Holiday Stunt Truck taking on TMNT. And Holiday Stunt Truck is going to block TMNT for the win. Next up, we have Vixen taking on Stone Crusher. And Vixen is going to take the win. Next up, we have a Spin Master battle between one of your 3 points leaders, the Snowdrifters Megalodon, and he is taking on Santa's Monster Sleigh. And Santa's Monster Sleigh, with maybe the best run of the night, is going to defeat Megalodon. Yes, I know he hit the shelf, but that most definitely would not have affected anything because he barely hit it. So Santa will move on. Next up, we have Jurassic Attack taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And Jurassic Attack is going to take the win. Next up, we have the final race of round number 2, which is going to be between Crustacean and Zombie. And Zombie is going to take the win with a really good run. So these 12 trucks all lost in round number 2, which means that they will receive 2 points for this event. And now it is time for round number 3. We have 12 trucks remaining, and here's a look at all of the races. So one really interesting thing is, out of the top 9 in the point standings coming into this event, there are only 2 that are still standing, which is Excalibur and the Holiday Stunt Truck. So depending on how things shake out here for the remainder of this event, it is most likely going to be that one of those 2 is going to be your new points leader. The next highest truck in the point standings coming in that is still in this is Dancer. He was tied with Orange Toro Loco for 10th. So technically 3 of the top 10 are in, but one of those 3 is in 10th place. So things should get really interesting here. As you guys know, if you lose in this round, you will receive 3 points. And without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Prowler taking on Excalibur. So round number 3 is underway. And Excalibur, I think, got the win. Let's see here from the aerial view. It is a lot closer than I thought, but I think it's still Excalibur. Let's go straight down to make sure. And yes, it is just barely. Excalibur is going to defeat Prowler. So it was finally a pretty solid turnaround here today for Prowler, but losing in round number 3 is still not that good when he already lost in the first round in the first 3 events, but a solid way in the right direction. Hopefully he can continue that turnaround in event number 5. But next up, we have Captain's Curse taking on Dancer. And Dancer is going to take the win over Captain's Curse. Man, that Excalibur versus Dancer race in the next round should be really, really good. But anyways, guys, next up we have Tasmanian Devil taking on Krazy Train. And Tasmanian Devil does a somersault, and that is going to cost him. Krazy Train will take the win. Man, oh man, so the exact same thing that I said about Prowler can also now be said for Tasmanian Devil. Those 2 trucks have pretty much had identical seasons up to this point. They both lost in round number 1 in events 1 through 3. Now here today in event number 4, they both lost in round number 3, which is a pretty good start in the right direction, but they're both going to have to continue their comebacks in event number 5. But anyways, guys, next up we have a very interesting race here between a Holiday Hauler and the Holiday Stunt Truck. And it is going to be, I think, Holiday Hauler. Let's take a look from the aerial view here. And it most definitely is. That tire right there is sticking out by a mile. And Holiday Hauler gets the huge upset win over the Holiday Stunt Truck. Next up, we have a Spin Master battle between Vixen and Santa's Monster Sleigh. And Vixen is going to take the win. Next up, we have the final race of round number 3, which is going to be between Jurassic Attack and Zombie. And Jurassic Attack kind of blocked Zombie there. Zombie ends up rolling over, and that is going to give Jurassic Attack the win. So these 6 trucks all lost in round number 3, which means that they will receive 3 points for this event. And now it is time for round number 4, otherwise known as the quote-unquote quarterfinals. So as you guys can see, there are 6 trucks remaining. Now 6 would go down to 3, which is an odd number. So just like always, if you lose in this round, there is going to be a triple threat fast loser race between all 3 of the losers. So if you lose in this round, don't immediately click off the video just yet, because you are 100% guaranteed to be in the fast loser race. And then whichever 2 trucks end up getting eliminated in this round, they will both receive 4 points for this event. So anyways, guys, without further ado, we are going to kick things off with Excalibur taking on Dancer. So everybody in the field here is most likely rooting against Excalibur, because the more races that he continues to win, the more that he is just going to increase that gap between himself and everybody else in the field in the point standings. Can Dancer get the upset win here, or will Excalibur continue to move on? And he will get the upset win. Now, like I said, Excalibur is guaranteed to be in the fast loser, but for now, he has been eliminated by Dancer. Next up, we have Krazy Train taking on Holiday Hauler. And an amazing race right there. That is one of the best races of the entire season for just as far as both of those trucks went. But as you guys can see, Krazy Train is going to take the win. Next up, we have the final race until the triple threat fast loser race, which is going to be between Vixen and Jurassic Attack. And Vixen with a really good save, but that is going to cost him. Jurassic Attack will take the win. Alrighty, guys, so 3 trucks have moved on to the semifinals, and now it is time for the triple threat fast loser race. So on the bottom, we have Vixen and Holiday Hauler, and on top, we have Excalibur. Let's see who is going to take the win. And they both go rolling over here. I don't really know what happened to Vixen. He just kind of like fell off the side. And that is going to give the win to Holiday Hauler. Alrighty, guys. So both Excalibur and Vixen have been eliminated here in round number 4, which means that they will both collect 4 points for this event. And now it is time for the semifinals. So let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of Dancer, we have Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro. Inside of Krazy Train, we have DerekMJDestruction. Inside of Jurassic Attack, we have Zona Monsters. And inside of Holiday Hauler, we have MonsterJamFan0311. So this is a very interesting semifinals. And in fact, none of these trucks have made it to the semifinals yet this season. So we have a brand new Final 4. Now, as far as the point standings goes, coming into this event, Dancer had 8 points, Holiday Hauler had 6, Krazy Train had 4, and Jurassic Attack had 3. So Jurassic Attack had lost in round number 1 in the first 3 events. Now he's made it to the semifinals. Krazy Train had almost done the exact same thing. He lost in round 1 twice, and then round 2 in the other event. Holiday Hauler has slowly been becoming better and better all season long. In event 1, he lost in round 1. Event 2, he lost in round 2. Event 3, he lost in round 3. But finally, he snapped that streak here, because in event 4 here, he has now moved on to round 5, otherwise known as the semifinals. And then Dancer had a pretty strong start to the season in event number 1. He made it to the quote-unquote quarterfinals, but then was not able to advance to the semis. So again, this is his best event so far as well. So if you guys lose in this round, you will receive 5 points for this event. And we are going to kick things off with Dancer taking on Krazy Train. So who is going to move on to the championship race? Is it going to be Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro or DerekMJDestruction? It is going to be Dancer. As you guys can see from the angle right there, Krazy Train rolled over, and that unfortunately is going to cost him the win, but it was still a very, very good event for this Krazy Train truck. At times, this looked like possibly the fastest truck in the field, so he was finally able to show off the speed that that truck has here in event number 4, but unfortunately has lost in the semifinals. So better luck next time, man, in event number 5, and you are going to collect 5 points for this event here today. So who is going to meet Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro in Dancer in the championship race? We have a battle between two bestest of friends here. We have Zona Monsters in Jurassic Attack and Monster Jam Fan 0311 in Holiday Hauler. Let's see who it's gonna be. It is going to be Holiday Hauler with an amazing run. Jurassic Attack, just like Krazy Train, rolled over, and unfortunately that is going to cost him. But man, oh man, what a turnaround it was for Jurassic Attack here today. Like I said, he lost in round number 1 in the first 3 events, and then here in event number 4 today, he was able to make it to the semifinals. But still, it was a really good performance, even though he fell short. Just like Krazy Train, you are going to receive 5 points for this event, and better luck next time in event number 5. And now we are down to the championship race of Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 6, event number 4. So inside of Dancer, we have Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro, and inside of Holiday Hauler, we have Monster Jam Fan 0311. So coming into this event, Dancer had 8 points and Holiday Hauler had 6. Now as far as where they were in the point standings, Dancer was tied for 10th and Holiday Hauler was tied for 17th. So they were both doing pretty decent in the point standings. Out of 48 trucks, 10th and 17th are both pretty good, but man, in this event, they have both definitely turned things around even better, and it was a great points day for both of them. No matter what the outcome is here, they are both definitely going to advance their position in the point standings, but let's find out who is going to win. So the winner will get 7 points, and the loser will get 6. So the winner of Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 6, Event number 4, is going to be none other than... It is going to be Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro in Dancer. Congratulations, man. You have won here today, and I believe this is your first ever win on my channel in any diecast racing event, whether it be sign-up series or holiday racing or points competition or team racing, any any like race video that I've ever done on my channel. I believe this is your first ever win. So congratulations, man. A very, very well-deserved victory here today. You're going to collect 7 points, which is really, really going to help you out in the point standings. But as for Monster Jam Fan 0311 in a Holiday Hauler, you were so close, bro. This truck looked really, really fast at times here today. But unfortunately, you have fallen short in the championship race, and you are going to collect 6 points for this event, which is still really, really good and is most definitely going to help you out in the point standings. But better luck in event number 5 to you. So congratulations again to Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro in Dancer for winning here today. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to total up the point standings after this event, and I'm going to show you guys right now. Alrighty guys, so here is a look at the updated point standings after this event, and as you guys can see, Ryan Hayward in Excalibur now stands alone as the points leader with 16 points. Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro in Dancer was so close to taking the points lead after his win today, but unfortunately for him, he is still in second place, only 1 point behind. All things considered though, it was an amazing points day for him. Now he is very much alive and in contention to win the championship this season. Then we have a 3-way tie for 3rd, 4th, and 5th between MonsterJamPlanet and Mechanical Mischief, Aaron 310 Monster Jam in the Snowdrifters Megalodon, and Lety Espinoza in the Holiday Stunt Truck. Those 3 guys have 14 points. They are only 2 points off of the lead. Then in 6th place, we have Frank Triplett in the Gravedigger Track Ace with 13 points. He is only 3 points off of the lead. Then we have a tie for 7th and 8th between Monster Jam Fan 0311 in Holiday Hauler and Monster Jam Collector 2008 in Batman. They both have 12 points and are only 4 points off of the lead. So it was a very good points day for Holiday Hauler, making it all the way to the championship race. Now he, like I just said, is only 4 points off of the lead. Then we have a tie to round out your top 10 between Dolores Simmons in the 2011 Monster Mutt and Mark Galloway in Scooby-Doo. They both have 11 points, and they are still within 5 points of the point lead. Then 11th, 12th, and 13th, we have a three-way tie here at 10 points between the Cameron 9785 in Zombie, Weebob24 in Captain's Curse, and Robbie Jarowski in Dragon. At times this season, all three of those trucks have looked super, super fast, and they are just outside of the top 10 in the points right now, and are still very much alive to win the championship this season. Then we have a handful of trucks here with 9 points. Now, they are 7 points off of the lead, which is still pretty close. They're still within striking distance for sure. Once again, there's still 6 events left this season, but those guys are DerekMJDestruction in Krazy Train, MonsterJamFan25 in Orange El Toro Loco, Greg Cooper in Stone Crusher, Chantel DuBois in Michigan Ice Monster, and John TC in Vixen. Once again, those guys are only 7 points off of the lead. So it was a great points day for Krazy Train, as well as Jurassic Attack, which is Zona Monsters. He is the first truck there with 8 points, as well as SpongeBob Fan 23 in the Old Tool Gravedigger, Xavier Singleton in Megalodon, and Son-Uva Dash in Max D. Those 4 trucks have 8 points. They're only 8 points behind the lead as well, and still very much have a chance with 6 events left to go this season. Now here's a look at all of the trucks with 7 points. As you guys can see right there, there's about 6 of them. From Santa's Monster Sleigh down to Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Then we get into the trucks with 6 points, which are right there, from Tasmanian Devil down to Crustacean. Tasmanian Devil and Prowler finally starting to climb in the point standings. Today was definitely a start in the right direction for those 2 trucks. We will see if they can continue in event number 5. Now we get down to the trucks here towards the bottom with 5 points, from the 2017 Monster Mutt all the way down to Prancer. There's 5 of them there. And then these 4 trucks at the bottom, like I mentioned before, Son of a Digger, Higher Education, Iron Man, and Pirate's Curse all have 4 points, and unfortunately, those 4 trucks have lost in round number 1 in every single event so far, but hopefully they can finally make it out of the first round in event number 5. But yeah, guys, that is basically going to do it for this video. So congratulations once again to Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro in Dancer for winning today's event, and Ryan Hayward and Excalibur for being the truck to beat right now, being first place in the point standings. So that is going to do it for today's video, guys. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure that you guys do subscribe, because I am currently on the road to 17,000 subscribers. And then, as always, make sure to leave a like on the video, comment anything you guys want to down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.